The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. Welcome to Indiana High School football on 18 WJTS TV. This game of high school football is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Uvalor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and Just Whimsy. It's time for kickoff. Let's head out to the field.
Welcome back. The Aerovac helicopter at midfield delivering the game ball for this season opener, the annual Spencer County War ball game. Heritage Hills and South Spencer set to kick off, both teams standing on their sidelines. They made good and sure that fields were cleared off before we got that helicopter landed in here, got everybody on the sideline, so gave that helicopter a wide berth. But guys, that's not something you see every day. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, the pilots came out of there, got a big round of applause, but I'll be honest with you, I hope I never see that again, to be honest. I hope I never see a medevac helicopter.
So it's getting ready to pull back out of here, and we'll get this football game underway. Of course, as we mentioned, Heritage Hills with the two Division I signees. Jack Goldsberry off to the University of Mississippi after his senior season. Last year he completed 99 of 165 passes for 1,807 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. On the ground, 155 carries for 1,676 yards, 28 rushing touchdowns, averaged just under 11 yards per carry, and had himself a phenomenal junior season and has put himself in the conversation for Mr. Football here in his senior year. Tyler Ruxer heading off to the University of Oklahoma. Tyler with 43 catches for 893 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging just under 21 yards a reception in his junior campaign, and then he'll play in the secondary as well. He had 2 interceptions last year, and both of those guys will be two-way starters. So those are sort of the headliners for Heritage Hills as far as the D1 guys that we've been talking about.
Well, that's not just D1. I mean, that's SEC. I mean,
right,
these guys
exactly.
are going to be
That's
in the thick of it.
high-level D1, yeah.
Yeah.
Very heavily recruited. P4, as they call it these days.
And even with, the expansion of the conferences, we could see them, playing against each other as soon as 1 or 2 years from now at the SEC level. And that's really just cool to think about. A couple of high school teammates here in Southern Indiana, getting to play in what some would say is the best conference in all of college football.
Yeah, and
I don't like to say it. I don't like to say that.
Right.
Understandable.
Creeps in my brain every so often.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it.
So Goldsberry, the quarterback for Heritage Hills, as we mentioned. Tice Winchell will be the starting running back. 5'10", 175, a junior. 10 carries for 101 yards and 1 touchdown a year ago for Tice on the ground. He was 0 for 2 passing. He is also the backup quarterback on this team, along with Aiden Fisher. Aiden will be one of the wide receivers, 5'9", 150, a junior. 9 catches for 34 yards a year ago. Dalton Pledger will be in the slot, 5'8", 180, a senior, 10 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. You didn't get to hear this part of the interview, but Coach Wilkerson talked a time or two about the fact that Dalton and Tice have both gotten stronger, and Dalton's considerably bulked up from where he was a year ago. For South Spencer, Jasek Miller, the starting quarterback, 6'1", 165, a sophomore. He was 0 for 1 at the varsity level passing last year. Trey Lance will start at running back, 5'10", 190, a sophomore. Trey did not carry the ball as a freshman last year on the varsity level. He did get some run on defense and averaged 7.5 tackles. Just over 7 tackles a game on defense, and had 2 tackles for a loss from his strong side. Well, he'll start as a strong side linebacker tonight. Not exactly sure I remember where he started last year. Then the receivers, JT Neighbors, 5'8", 140, a sophomore. Logan Neighbors, 6'1", 165, a sophomore. And then the veteran guys, Braden Hughes at the H-back, 5'11", 195, a senior, with 18 catches for 364 yards. He was the leading receiver for South Spencer last year, 5 touchdowns, 20 yards a reception. And Tate Schulte, 6 feet, 175, a senior, Tate 5 catches for 62 yards a season ago. So I'm sure the Rebels will rely heavily on those guys. South Spencer won the toss. They will receive the football to start this game, and we are set to get this one underway. Rebels will defend the south end zone. That's kind of the way this north-south rivalry should be to start the game, with South Spencer defending the south end zone and Heritage Hills the north. Patriots in their home uniforms, blue jerseys, red pants. Rebels in the all-white road unis, white helmets. And Carter Payne, the outstanding place kicker, will put one in the air. Line drives that one to the near sideline, and it does go into the end zone. He flirted with a penalty there, but it did go in and out of the end zone for the touchback. So South Spencer will start on their own 20 as we get this 20-25 football season underway. In bright sunshine, sun hasn't gotten behind those trees outside the west end of the jungle here, so everybody here on the home side struggling to see anything right at the moment.
About a half an hour we have to deal with that, maybe a little bit less, but it'll go down and be a great football evening.
3 wide to the near side for the Rebels, 1 to the far. Pistol formation in the backfield. Schulte in motion to the far side. Hughes switches to the near side. They both reset, so there's no penalty there. The snap will come to Miller, and he will give it up the middle to Lance, and he runs into traffic in the backfield, bounces off of that, but cannot work himself back to the line of scrimmage on the right side, only back to the 18. He'll lose a pair of yards there.
Tyler Raven, the first initial hit there, didn't quite make the tackle, but he knocked him backwards and started the loss there.
Defensive tackle, one of the 3 defensive tackles, Tyler Raven, along with Trenton Collins, and then Gabe Jackson actually considered the nose guard in the 3-3-5 defensive alignment for the Patriots. Dalton Pledger, Hayden Smith, and Luke Hartwig are the linebackers. Schulte comes wide to the near side for South Spencer. 3 men go to the far side. I believe that's the 2 Neighbors brothers, and Hughes in the slot on the inside of those 3. Schulte will go in motion to the far side. Jasek Miller will take the snap, but flags fly on this one. Must have been a delay of game. That was the back judge throwing that one, and that'll back the Rebels up 5. So now it'll be 2nd down and 17 after the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, the young Rebels kind of showing a little bit of some early season rust here. Definitely a tough environment to come into and get going starting the year off. And
so same formation, 3 wide to the far side, the wide side of the field. Schulte, the lone wide out to the near side. Miller will send Schulte in motion across the formation, forward to that far side. Pitch it out there, far side. Lance trying to get to the edge, pounds his way back just across the line of scrimmage and out across the 10 to about the 11 or 12-yard line. Aiden Fisher, it sounds like, on the tackle, but it's going to be 3rd and very long for the Rebels.
Yeah, Aiden got up there, got deep into the backfield. Kind of took a little bit of the hit, but made the tackle.
3 wide to the near side, 1 to the far. That pistol backfield again with Miller and Lance. Miller takes the snap, rolls to the near side, wants to throw for the first time, fires it out here, has a man, caught up at the 17-yard line and hit hard there.
Aiden Fisher
again hit Braden Hughes, who made the catch. Maybe just I think it is the 17. It's well shy of a first down, in fact, shy of the original line of scrimmage, but Kaleb Jasek threw a good pass there and got some good yardage on it.
Yeah, moving to his right as well, not an easy pass to complete. You see guys at the college and NFL level struggle to make that play, and he put it right on the dime.
Miller is listed as the punter for the Rebels. And he'll actually split 3 guys out, 2 wide to the far, 1 to the near, but he'll drop back in punt formation to his own 4-yard line. Have to hurry to get the snap off, and he does. Rugby style run to the near side, and he will punt it away. Angling this near side, fair catch asked for and made by Tice Winchell at his own 48-yard line.
kept it in bounds. Now, if you've been around WAXL radio much, you always hear me call that the Winchell effect, the Jade Winchell effect. They usually kick it out of bounds, so none of them, so there's no chance. And that was because if you kicked it to Jade, of course it's been Cole Seafried, Jay Cutler, Cole Sigler.
Yeah, I was going to say you list it.
Yeah,
over the
Kenton
years.
Cruz, so many guys that could touch that ball and just be gone. But they kept that in play there, and Tice did the right thing and fair caught it.
So Heritage Hills with the football for the first time, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. 9:39 to go in this opening quarter. 2 wide to the near, 1 to the far. Coop switches to this near side. They'll fake the handoff, and Goldsberry keeps it. Bounces out far side, 45-40. Gets hit there, spun around, has the first down, and gang tackled down around the South Spencer 37-yard line. And that is what makes this Heritage Hills offense so difficult to deal with, is the quarterback is the X factor. You can account for the other guys generally as a defense, but when your quarterback can be the leading rusher and the leading passer and hurt you in so many ways, he is a guy that is just incredibly hard to account for.
And he's incredibly hard to tackle, so even if you do account for him, you still got to tackle him.
And there's a South Spencer player down injured at the end of that play, and I think he was one of the guys that was in on that tackle of Jet Goldsberry, although he's a little ways away from where Goldsberry went down. He's over at the 31-yard line. Don't have an ID yet on who that might be over there. But both teams heading to their benches while they tend to that young man. Remind you, we are coming to you from the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth here on 103.3 The Fix Sports. 24-hour emergency service available. Contact Jasper Garage Doors. See what all they have to offer at 812-481-8282. We appreciate Jasper Garage Doors joining us as the broadcast booth sponsors.
Number 1.
That is a big loss for South Spencer. That is Braden Hughes being helped off and not putting much of any weight on one of his legs. So leading returner from a year ago and one of the team leaders on this South Spencer team, Braden Hughes, is the man being helped off the field, not really under his own power. So 1st and 10 for Heritage Hills after that run for Jet Goldsberry. 1st and 10 at the Rebel 37. 2 wide to the far, 1 to the near. Out of the pistol, the give is up the middle, and this is Tice Winchell, big running room inside the 25, and dragged down finally at the 22-yard line by Bladen Neese. Call it actually the 23, but still easily good for a first down. 2 runs for Heritage Hills and 2 runs of well more than 10 yards.
Yeah, I got 1 for 15 and 1 for 14.
Down approaching 9 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 2 wide to the far, 1 to the near. Out of that pistol formation again. It's Winchell one more time. Little shake and bake move in the backfield to avoid one man and gets it inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. It was Jaquar Johnson, big 6 foot, 230-pound sophomore that got in the backfield with some penetration for South Spencer, but some very quick feet for Tice Winchell. Made him miss in the hole, and it's about a 5 or 6 yard pickup for Winchell. Call it a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Ruxer, I believe, wide to the far side. 2 men wide to the near side. Coop in motion to the far side, and here's the student body right to Jet Goldsberry. First down yardage, breaking tackles, making guys miss, and spun down inside the 5-yard line and around the 1. It'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots.
He is just such an impressive athlete. It looked like the Rebels were going to get him around the 10-yard line, but he's just elusive. And I think they first made contact with him at the 5, and he almost rolled over a couple Rebels and into the end zone.
2 wide receivers to the near, 1 to the far. It's run up the middle and shy of the end zone. Yeah, I thought that was Dalton Pledger. I thought that was 24 in the backfield. He did get in. I beg your pardon. I didn't give Pledger the credit. He bounced off that big hit in the hole and was able to find the end zone for the touchdown. So Dalton Pledger First time in the end zone for the Patriots this year on their first possession.
He got hit really hard on that and stopped, absolutely stopped at the line of scrimmage, but maintained his composure, spun around, and battled for that goal line and made a great 2-yard run.
Carter Payne on to attempt the extra point. Well, last year it was Tyler Ruxer to hold. It looks like him doing those duties again. Snapback is good. Kick has plenty of distance. Carter has such a tremendous leg, and it is good. And with 8:05 to go in this opening quarter of play, it is Heritage Hills 7, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
Heritage Hills gets a 3-and-out on defense. And then a quick 5-play scoring drive. Dalton Pledger muscling in from a yard out after taking a big hit in the backfield. And it's 7-0 Heritage Hills. 8:05 to go in this first quarter as we return to the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. Payne had it teed up on this near hash mark at the 40, or just inside that hash mark, but it fell off the tee. He'll reset it. I think that might be Logan Neighbors on the far side for the Rebels. Can't see the number on the guy on the near side. Back deep. Might be Tate Schulte. He was supposed to be one of the return guys. High and end over end and deep, and returners will just let it go over their heads. That was Schulte. That lands 8 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback. So Rebels still looking for their first down of the game.
Yeah, pretty impressive show by the Patriots early on defensively, and then the 5-play drive there, pretty dominant offensively as well.
Sun has finally moved behind the trees out west of the ballpark, makes it easier for us to see. Probably changes what you can see if you're tuning in tomorrow on WJTS 18 Sports. This will be replayed both Saturday and Sunday. Rebels with trips to the far side, one man wide to the near. Miller out of the pistol, low snap, takes it, fires far side, and it's dropped. Had a man there, but in and out of the hands of Logan Neighbors, 6'1" sophomore. Would not have had a big gain, but maybe a couple of yards. Instead, he dropped it at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's one that should have been caught. Would have at least got the Rebels moving forward, but I don't know if he wasn't expecting that one, but nevertheless couldn't come up with it.
I kind of think he was expecting contact and just knew the defender was close and trying to make something happen before he had secured the ball. So 2 wide receivers go to the far side. Maybe one of them may be Quentin Chapman, I'm not sure. The give is to the running back, Trey Lance. Nice little cut in the backfield to find just a little bit of room, avoid a loss, and get a yard out to the 21-yard line. Quick little move for Trey Lance in the backfield. Gets a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 9. Because Patriot defensive front had penetration on the left side of their defensive front. That was the side the Rebels were running to, and Lance made a little bit out of nothing there.
Hayden Coop there, and also Aiden Fisher. Aiden Fisher is everywhere so far today on the defensive side.
JT Neighbors splits wide to the far side. There's 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Pistol backfield on 3rd and long. Jasek Miller takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and rolls far side. Right-handed QB rolling to his left, sets, fires deep down the field, has a man in and out of the hands. I think that might have been Jaden Sarver, number 6. Did I see that right?
I think it's Quentin Chapman.
It's 5, Chapman. Okay, so Chapman, the sophomore, the intended receiver, had it in his hands. He would have had a first down up around the 35, but he did not hang on. And Rebels will be forced to punt on 4th and 9 from their own 21-yard line. And that's part of the growing pains of a sophomore-laden team trying to get going. Just the fits and starts on trying to execute continuously.
Yeah, Steve, when they watched the film, Hill won that one back, had some green grass in front of him, just couldn't squeeze it.
And flags fly before this punting formation. Illegal substitution on South Spencer. They must have had 12 on the field. Oh, maybe 13.
I'm counting 12.
Okay.
That's 13 leaves.
Okay.
Number 13.
Yeah. So back the Rebels up 5. Well, that's a good punt protect formation if you can get away with it to start out with 12. Miller back at his own 2. Low snap. Gets past him, picks it up in the end zone, rolls to his near side and gets a line drive end over end punt away. It will go out of bounds around the 35-yard line. So Heritage Hills will get great field position and give Jason Miller credit for doing what he could with a snap that one hopped to him and got by him.
Yeah, and a good job by the rest of the squad to hold that Patriot rush back from. Had they?
Yeah, no kidding.
They could have been right on that if the protection was any worse.
But meanwhile, Heritage Hills with outstanding field position, 1st and 10 from the South Spencer 35. Ruxer goes wide to the near side, I guess, isn't it? Another man wide to the far. Slot to the far side, the H-back Coop to the near side, and Goldsberry to throw, fires out far side. That ball is caught and spun down right at the first down marker is Asa Palmer.
Yeah.
5'7" sophomore lined up at that slot receiver position on the far side and made the nice catch for a Patriot first down right at the 25, 10-yard gain.
Asa helped us out last year at Gibson Southern. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that,
he was
yes.
up here with us.
So 1st and 10 for Heritage Hills at the South Spencer 25, down to 6:45 clock running in this first quarter on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. Trips to the near side, one man to the far, and it's a design quarterback draw for Goldsberry, trying to make a bunch of white shirts miss in the backfield, and he'll actually get forward progress. Fumbled the ball after he hit the ground. Officials running in, pointing to the ground, saying he was down before the ball came out. But South Spencer had Goldsberry set up for a loss on the play, and he somehow makes 3 or 4 guys miss and picks up 3 yards to the 22-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and that's just the difference between a good high school athlete and someone that's going to be playing at the SEC level.
Yeah, it got 3 yards out of it, but it was still a great play.
So on 2nd and 7, Goldsberry takes the snap, wants to throw, has plenty of time. Fires, and that is caught at the 10-yard line, cutting back to the near side, and down at the 3-yard line is Aiden Fisher. Fisher had to leave his feet to go haul that one in, and he's able to get it near the end zone. It's another Patriot first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3.
Yeah, you could see that coming out. The defender came underneath him, and Aiden just kind of kept floating to the middle a little bit further from the defender, and Jet picked him up and threw a rocket.
So 1st and goal, and it's Goldsberry rolling to the near side, wanting to run. Hits a defender right in his pads and powers his way into the end zone. He made that contact outside the 1, but just great leg drive from Jet Goldsberry, powered through that defender into the end zone for the touchdown. 3-yard run for Jet Goldsberry. 5.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Carter Payne on to attempt the extra point. Ruxer to hold. Snapback is good. The kick up from Carter. Plenty of distance again. And it is good. And a flag on the play as Carter was hit after he kicked that. He is up and looks like he'll be all right. Limping a little bit as he heads off, but a Rebel player ran into him. It'll actually be the personal foul. No, instead it's an offside against South Spencer, so evidently he was not roughed on that play. So offside against South Spencer. Officiating crew trying to sort it all out. Going to ask ask Heritage Hills what they want to do after the Rebels lined up in the neutral zone, it appeared.
Todd keeps saying, raising his hands like a touchdown, like good. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to. No, they're going to do it again.
Okay.
Maybe we're going to go for 2.
Well, Payne's still out there and has put the tee down on the 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I guess that was a
Do
dead
over?
ball. Yeah.
No, they moved it.
Yeah, it's half the distance. So we'll do the extra point again. Snap back to Ruxer is good. Payne's kick is up, has plenty of distance, and it is good. 5:29 on the clock in this opening quarter in this annual Spencer County War Game. It is Heritage Hills 14, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical Scoreboard. We're back to the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Are you in the market for an affordable vehicle? Take a short ride to Dale and stop in at Mike's Auto Sales at 339 North Washington Street. Mike's Auto Sales has been buying and selling quality affordable vehicles since 2002. Financing options are available for those who qualify. Check out their website at mikesautosalesllc.net. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. or give Mike or Mary a call at 812-937-9995.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Steve Kolb, Michael Cruz, Kaleb Knepp back at the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. Well, it's very definitely been all Heritage Hills at the start of this football game, guys, without question.
Yeah, not much going right for South Spencer offensively. Of course, they're playing just, a very strong Heritage Hills team. This is going to, like we said in the pregame, this is definitely almost for sure going to be the toughest team they play all year. So on the bright side, things will get easier as the year goes along.
First-year head coach Brandon Neighbors trying to bring along a very young sophomore-led team. Carter Payne's kick, 7 yards deep in the end zone. Rebels will again start from the 20. And he mentioned a lot in the pregame interview. We only were able to bring you part of that he really wants this team to be a running first football team. But that is easier said than done against Heritage Hills because Coach Temple's defense will line up to just absolutely stuff the run early if he knows that's what you're going to do, and then force you into second and long and third and long, and then put a young quarterback in a really tough situation. So it's kind of a behind the eight ball situation for Coach Neighbors and his offensive coaching staff trying to figure out ways to move the football against Heritage Hills.
The young quarterback's been pretty good. He's had a couple drops on him. Not really his fault.
Right. Man in motion to the far side is Logan Neighbors. They'll fake it to him, give it to Lance up the middle. He'll get met in the backfield, wrapping him up from behind and spinning him around was Luke Hartwig from his linebacker spot. He had some help as well. But Lance will lose 2 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, to kind of add to what you were saying, South Spencer's, I have him for -6 yards rushing. And like you were saying, the Jasic's thrown a couple of really nice balls, completed one and had 2 dropped on him. It's probably cost him about 15 to 20 yards total of passing here.
So trips come to the near side this time. Bladen Neese, the widest to this near side. One man set to the far, pistol backfield, and Miller deep drop. Fires a screen to the far side, caught back at the 14th, turned up and hit hard around the 20-yard line. The receiver on the play. Not sure who that was over there. I've lost him. That might have been Tate Schulte over there making the catch. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's third down and 10 for the Rebels back at the 20-yard line. But Schulte or whoever that was had about a 10-yard run after backtracking close to the 10 to catch that ball. 3 wide receivers to the near side, nobody set to the far, and Miller back to pass, sets up, fires deep down the middle, and that's intercepted. Diving interception for Aiden Fisher behind himself at the 35-yard line. That was a very athletic play from Aiden Fisher. That ball was behind him, but he turned around and went down to the ground to pick it off.
Yeah, Hayden Smith was right there. It looked like Hayden was going to get it. Hayden probably hasn't made too many plays on balls in his career, and this is his debut as linebacker, but he was a little slow getting his hands up there, and Aiden just kind of contorted himself backwards to catch that ball.
Yeah, some communication issues there for the Rebel quarterback and receivers. There was not a receiver immediately there where Miller was expecting somebody to be. Patriot offense back to work from the South Spencer 35. Goldsberry back to pass, sets up, fires deep down the middle, has a man there, and it's intercepted. Tyler Ruxer, the intended receiver, but diving in front to pick it up, and a flag comes in late because that Rebel player spiked the ball after he intercepted it, and that'll be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
I don't know if that slipped out of Jet's hands. It was behind. It was way behind. I mean, Tyler was out in front there, and that ball was several yards behind. So
yeah, well thrown ball, and that's an easy touchdown. A great route by Tyler Ruxer, as you said.
Did you guys get a number on who got the interception?
It was Trey Lance.
It was Lance. Okay. So Lance picks it off, but the unsportsmanlike will back the Rebels up inside their own 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 4 for South Spencer with 3:51 to go in this opening quarter. 14-0 Heritage Hills on the RG Mechanical scoreboard as South Spencer goes back to work. Jasek Miller back on the field with a play from his sideline.
Yeah, despite the little bit of an underthrow, it was a great play to cut that off by Trey Lance. Kind of made a little bit of a diving catch on that one.
2 wide receivers go to the far side for the Rebels, 1 to the near, pistol backfield with an extra blocking back in there. And whistles blow as procedure penalty against the Rebels will back them up half the distance to the goal, and now it'll be more like the 2-yard line, 1st and 12. Was just inside the 5. Now it's sort of just inside the extra point marker. Same formation for the Rebels, tied into the far side. Miller awaits the snap in his own end zone, takes it, gives it to Lance off the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, fumbled the football as he got out past the 5-yard line, scramble for it, and they say Heritage Hills recovered at the 7-yard line. No idea who came out of there with it for the Patriots, but back-to-back mistakes for this team. Both teams throw an interception, and then on the very first play, Lance fumbles it back, and Heritage Hills has 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the Rebel 8-yard line.
big hit, though. He got some yardage. He got out of the shadow of the goalpost there and got some pretty good yardage, but got smoked. I couldn't see who hit him.
Ruxer has plenty, or I should say Goldsberry, plenty of time to throw. Fires it near side, kind of in the flat for Dalton Pledger, who did not have a defender around him, but overthrown just a little bit. Dalton couldn't hang on at 2nd and goal from the 8. Huge crowd on the home side, as you would expect. Lots of fans ringing, especially that north end zone. Good number of South Spencer fans, really good on the visitor side, considering the difficult task they were up against this Heritage Hills team. Little play action pass far side. That is Ruxer breaking tackles after making the catch, I believe, was it not?
Yeah, and he got down to the 1. He didn't quite make it in.
Broke a tackle, dove to the goal line, but near that sideline, marked down, maybe even back at the 2. It is at the 2, 3rd and goal there. And I would imagine still in the first quarter, this is 4-down territory for the Patriots, as Hayden Coop comes back into the offensive lineup to put an extra blocking back in there. Dalton Pledger will get a rest on this play. Ruxer goes to the far side along with Palmer. H-back Coop comes to the near side. White out to the near side is Fisher, and this is Winchell right up the middle. And the offensive line just opened up a huge hole for Tice Winchell, and he was able to plunge into the end zone for the touchdown. So 3 different Patriots have scored on the ground here in the early going. Winchell goes in from 2 yards out. Got to give the offensive line credit on that one, Michael. There was a huge hole up the middle.
Yeah, that was big-time offensive line credit.
Snapback is good. Payne's kick has plenty of distance, and it is good. And with 3:01 to go in this first quarter, it's all Heritage Hills. Patriots 21, Rebels nothing in the Spencer County War. On the RG Mechanical scoreboard, we're back to the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425, located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
After a long day of digging holes and keeping cats out of my yard, I'll wind down on a nice, comfy, soft cloud. My human buys the best fluffy stuff from Carpet Warehouse.
At Carpet Warehouse, you'll find a floor that will please the whole family, even the ones with 4 legs. Rory loves to cool off by laying on laminates, tile, vinyl, or wood. You'll love them for their style and many selections.
Carpet Warehouse. Quality I can lay on. Quality you can stand on.
Back at the Jungle in Lincoln City. Very seasonably cool night. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not cool out there. Everybody's in shorts. But considering what it's usually like on the first August Friday of the football season, it's really nice for this first football Friday here in 2025. And Patriots taking advantage to the tune of a 21-0 lead. Carter Payne has it teed up at the 40 again, near the near hash mark. He'll take his 10-yard approach, and he'll boom one high and deep. And that'll land about 1.5 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. South Spencer has started at the 24 all 4 times in this opening quarter. The game's opening kickoff and after each Patriot score. Tate Schulte is there, but he's had to watch it go over his head every time. Rebels still looking for their first down of the game.
Yeah, and giving the ball away back-to-back possessions is not really, it's definitely not the what you want to show here early in the season, but on the bright side, it is just the first quarter, the first game. Still a lot of time to turn this around.
Size-wise, they look pretty good. I mean, they're comparable in size to the Patriots, and especially on the line there.
Man in motion to the near side is Schulte. Sets up as an H-back to the near side. The give is to Lance. Tries to cut back over right guard and tumbles his way out to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards. A little bit of a cutback in the hole for Trey Lance to pick up a couple of positive yards. It'll be second down and call it 7 for South Spencer.
Trey Lance is a pretty thick running back, too. I mean, 190.
Yeah.
He's a load.
And just a sophomore, yeah, 5'10", 190. Played varsity ball last year, especially on defense, and very much held his own there. Logan Neighbor splits wide to the far side along with another man. Now he'll come back to the near side with Schulte. Extra blocking back in the backfield in that pistol look. And Miller will fake the handoff under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 14-yard line. A little play action, and as soon as he turned to set up, he had 2 Patriots bearing down on him, one from each side. He had nowhere to go, Michael.
Yeah, Goldsberry and Fisher. Jet was coming in from you can do from that 30 defense. They put basically 5 linebackers or 5 DB, however you want to call that. But those 5 guys behind the initial 3 guys can come from anywhere they want to, really. So you call that from the sideline, you call whichever guys you want to come, and whichever other guys, they just fall back. So we had 2 guys coming that time, and they didn't get either one of them.
9-yard loss on the play, back to the 14, 3rd down and 16 for the Rebels. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near, and a delay of game penalty against the Rebels. That's the second one of those. There have been a lot of penalties against this young Rebel team early in the game, and now instead of 3rd and 16, it's 3rd and 21 back at the 9-yard line. Rebels making life difficult for themselves. 3rd and very long, deep in their own territory. Miller wants to throw, sets and fires far side, caught. I think that's Lance out of the backfield, breaking a couple of tackles, and he's actually fairly close to a first down. They'll say he stepped out, though, back at the 25. Was tackled up around the 28 or 29, but the foot went out at the 25. So easily the best passing play of the game for the Rebels, but it sets up 4th and 5. And the punt unit will come on. Official stopping the clock, the game clock, with 34 seconds to go in the quarter. Not sure why he's doing that. But 2 Patriots will drop back deep. Tyler Ruxer and Tice Winchell. Now Ruxer will run up to be an extra defender. Rolling near side is Miller looking, and he'll just get that punt away. Hits down near side at the 47, and Winchell will let it go. It'll roll inside the Patriot 40 and down at the, I'm going to say the Rebels touched it at the 38.
Some fisticuffs going on there at the 40-yard line. The flag is down, but I don't know who it's going to go on.
A Rebel player ended up on his back at the end of that melee, if you will. 24 seconds remain in this opening quarter. Personal foul penalty against South Spencer will give Heritage Hills, again, very, very good field position. It was going to be at their own 38. They would have started in their own territory, except the penalty will move it into Rebel territory yet again. So officials get this sorted out. We'll remind you that we're coming to you all season long from the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. Jasper Garage Doors, the door more people come home to. 812-481-8282 for Jasper Garage Doors. Patriots 1st and 10 from the South Spencer 48-yard line, I beg your pardon. 2 wide receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Man in motion is Palmer, and they'll give it to him on a jet sweep far side with blockers out in front. He'll get inside the 45 and driven down around the 42-yard line.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty on Ruxer for, I guess, he got that big block on the blind side.
The crackback block, but did not get in front of the guy, so that is what they call. And Patriots with their first penalty of the game with 14.8 seconds on the clock in this opening quarter.
And I'm not sure, honestly, what's the call there? Helpless.
Yeah, it is. They've changed that rule in the last number of years. An illegal blindside block, I think, is what they refer that as now. It'll go all the way back to the Patriot 36, that 15-yard penalty. You can't come back and block a guy who is blind to that play, and that's what happened there. And Ruxer, a big guy at 6'4", 220 pounds. That's a big load to catch from behind when you're not expecting it. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Goldsberry takes the snap and gives it to Winchell coming near side, or it's that Pledger. Dalton Pledger breaking tackles 50. 45, bowls over another man and finally knocked out of bounds at the South Spencer 41-yard line with 5 seconds to go in this quarter. Dalton Pledger discarding defenders on the play, Michael.
Yeah, about it. Looks like, I don't know, looks like they hitting guys, but I thought they put that ball down before the first down marker. I think they moved the chains too early. I'm not.
Yeah, I thought he was short initially, but not by much.
Kind of think it was a 24-yard run, and they had him. It would have been a 25-yard run, but it may have been different wherever that penalty occurred too. But
so It's marked as 1st and 10 right now at the Rebel 41. Officials haven't changed things, although 2 officials over on that far side may be backing this up. Yeah, it's not a 1st and 10. The chain gang got ahead of themselves over there. Do see that Heritage Hills is invested in the lighted down marker on the far side. Nice bright numbers on that. It's lit up. So they've got the chain reset. And it's actually going to be now, still says 1st down on the marker, but it should be now it's 2nd. 2nd down and 3 from the 41. The 1st down marker is at the Rebel 38. Final play of the quarter here you would expect with 5 seconds to go. Out of the pistol, 2 wide to each side. And Goldsberry will fire a screen far side. That is caught, making a man miss over there. I think is Ruxer again. Okay, Ruxer this time. And he'll get a 1st down to about the 36-yard line as time runs out in this opening quarter of play. After 1 in the Spencer County War, it is Heritage Hills 21, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Sell your car the easy way at Ubalor Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. Simply scan this QR code to get a Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer on your vehicle. Whether your car has low miles, high miles, or has a few dings, KBB makes it easy. Just answer a few simple questions and get a cash offer on the spot. Then bring your car to your local KBB buying center, Ubalor Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, and we'll handle the rest. Trade your keys for cash today at Ubalor & Sons.
Steve Kolb, Kaleb Knepp, Michael Cruz back in the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. As we go to quarter number 2, Heritage Hills up 21-0 over South Spencer. Patriots with the football 1st and 10 after Ruxer made that last catch at the end of the first quarter. Patriots 1st and 10 from the Rebel 37-yard line. Goldsberry out of the shotgun, gives it to Tice Winchell, angling far side, bounces out, breaks a shoestring tackle, and gets inside the 30 before he is spun around and dropped it around the 28-yard line. Good gain for Winchell on 1st down. 9-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 1. Hayden Coop gets a rest as Dalton Pledger returns. Dalton will line up as the running back. Winchell, one of 3 wide receivers to the near side, I believe, along with Ruxer.
And Palmer.
And Palmer, 1 man wide to the far. Back to pass Goldsberry. Fires deep near side into the end zone. Intended for Asa Palmer, but incomplete. 3rd down and 1. Jed had all day to throw, but that one just out of the reach of Palmer. 3rd down and 1.
Asa Palmer's aunt is Kate Goldsberry, married to Zach Goldsberry. Which
yes.
And they're living I think they're living in Texas. So it's all family connections out there, both sides of the ball.
Winchell back in at running back. Pledger getting a rest on the sideline. Coop has returned as well. High snap. Goldsberry will keep it himself. 1st down yardage, 25. Breaks to the outside 20. He's out into the open, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Maybe a bit of a
no flags.
May have been a bit of a busted play. It was a high snap. Almost looked like Winchell might have been the intended receiver of the football on a handoff, but that high snap may have thrown that out of whack.
Yeah, Jed had to come up and make a one-handed grab, and he came down and then immediately knew that he was going to be off of timing, but he also knew where the blocking was going to be, and so he followed that block.
Payne on to attempt the extra point. Kick has plenty of distance. It is good, and with 11-12 to go in this first half of play, Patriots have scored all 4 times they've had the ball. It's Heritage Hills 28, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper is your exclusive ladies' boutique, carrying a variety of incomparable top designers. You can select apparel from their large variety of elaborate accessories. Stop in for unique gifts like art from local artists and home decor. Think local, buy local. Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper.
27-yard touchdown run for Jack Goldsberry. Payne adds the extra point. And it's all Heritage Hills. 28-0 over South Spencer. 11-12 on the clock in quarter number 2. Payne to kick to the north end zone for the first time. He has put everything in the end zone for a touchback, I should say, thus far. 4 times. He'll try it again on number 5, and he will get it about 6 or 7 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback.
No wind aided there. The flag is just lying as straight down as it possibly can. So that was all Payne there. So Dalton's got he's got some offers to go play.
Yes, he has.
Carter, I mean, has some offers to play in the college levels. Maybe more to come. You don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a soccer player by trade, but may have a chance to move on to play at the next level in football as a place kicker. I think he'll absolutely have that opportunity if he finds something that he wants. Rebels back on offense, 2 wide receivers to each side. Jasek Miller with Trey Lance behind him in the pistol. Man in motion to the near side, I believe, is Schulte. And they'll pitch near side. Lance cuts inside a block, but cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. He is snowed under at around the 16-yard line.
Trenton Collins came hard there and made a big hit.
Yeah, good job by Lance to make the first man miss, but it's not going to be an easy night for him with this tough Patriot defense. He makes one man miss, and he's got another guy waiting on him right there.
Had to pause for just a second to let that block set up, and Patriot defense was all over him. I thought I saw Andrew James also in on that last play. He's in there at linebacker right now. Out of the pistol again. Miller rolls to the far side looking to throw. Fires out far side. That is caught and spinning out across the 20 or near the 25-yard line. I think that was Tate Schulte out to the 26 to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Rebels. Easily their best 3rd down set of the game here. They've been 3rd and long every time, but this is 3rd and manageable. 3rd and a long 4. Football just across the 25, and they need the 30 for a first down.
And another quality throw by Jasek right there, rolling to his right, hitting Tate in stride, and making this a manageable 3rd.
1 wide receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. Switch the blocker to the left of the quarterback and now he goes back to the right again with Lance behind his quarterback in that modified pistol. They'll give it to Lance on a bit of a delay. He won't get the first down, though. And he'll get out a gain of a yard or 2 out around the 27, but that is all, and it's going to be 4th and long, or not 4th and long, but 4th down for the Rebels, shy of their own 30-yard line.
Hayden Smith with that tackle there.
Only a gain of a yard to the 27, about a yard and a half. And the offense stays on for the Rebels on 4th down and 3. Out of the pistol with 3 wide to the near side, 1 to the far. And whistle stop play here. Rebels want timeout. 9:39 on the clock in this first half of play. It's 28-0 Heritage Hills. South Spencer says we're going to go for this 4th and 3. We're back with that after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
If you ask area residents what is the first thing that comes to mind when they think of Spencer County Bank, chances are they'll mention the bank's commitment to community support. That's not surprising because Spencer County Bank has been locally owned since 1907, building relationships and helping support our neighbors for generations. Plus, with helpful banking solutions and the latest digital banking technology, we are your complete financial partner. Check us out today at SpencerCountyBank.com or stop in one of our convenient locations. Spencer County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
4th and 3 for South Spencer back at the Jungle in Lincoln City. This annual Spencer County War game. By the way, Patriots lead the all-time series 42 wins to 12, and I think the Patriots have won 11 in a row. 4th and 3. Twin backs actually back into punt formation now. Miller wanting to punt. He'll roll to this near side, and he will punt it away. Line drive, deep kick. Backing up to get it at his own 35 is Winchell. Makes a man miss, cuts to the near side, and powers his way across the 40 before he is snowed under at the 42, 43-yard line.
Yeah, that return never set up. You know, the Patriots are really renowned for that punt return. Kind of not the last couple of years, believe it or not, as good as we've been, but that return never did set up.
Well, for the first time today, the Patriots will start in their own territory. They'll start at their own 43-yard line, but otherwise they have started at they started at their own 49 on their very first possession. I beg your pardon. Otherwise, the South Spencer 35 twice. The South Spencer 8, the South Spencer 48, and now the Heritage Hills 43. Trips to the near side, one to the far, pistol backfield. Goldsberry with a running back behind him, takes the snap, wants to throw, fires near side, caught. That is Palmer out into space as the Rebels went for an interception and missed it, and Palmer able to get all the way inside the South Spencer 30 before he is dragged down at the 25-yard line. Rebels took a big gamble and just missed the interception, and that left Palmer by himself for a big, big reception for the Patriots.
Yeah, 32 yards, and Asa, that ball was hit by the defender, but Asa bobbled it a little bit, but was able to control it. Really nice catch there, and then took off and got the 32 yards out of it.
2 wide to the far, 1 to the near, actually 2 to the near, tight slot to the near side. I think is Ruxer, and back to pass Goldsberry as all day, fires the deep ball far side, has a man there, in and out of the hands. Is that Dalton Pledger?
Yep.
Down in the end zone. Decent coverage from the Rebels, and Pledger couldn't pull it in. It's 2nd and 10.
I know we don't have the best angle on that one, but that looked like it was dropped right in the bucket there.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty pass. Dalton's probably going to want that one back, like you say, on film day.
I don't know if the Rebel defender was able to sneak a hand in there from behind or not.
I don't think so. It looked like a touchdown to me. But
2nd down and 10 from the 25. Goldsberry fires far side. Ruxer, the catch on the screen, making guys miss inside the 20 and dragged down around the 15-yard line, right at the 15-yard line. Right at the first down marker.
Big Peyton Martin coming in at 360 was blocking somebody about 15 yards down the field. That was a bit of 2 big fellers way down the field there.
It is a first down. Yeah, this Patriots starting 5 on the offensive line averages somewhere around 287. Collins at 230, Martin at 360, Hayden Smith at 265, Austin Braun at 290, and Gabe Jackson at 290.
Wow.
That is a big, big offensive line. Goldsberry takes the snap on 1st and 10, rolls far side, sets, fires it, caught, and hit immediately and dropped. Was Asa Palmer again.
Incomplete. They called it incomplete.
Did not hang on to that. Beg your pardon. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I think we're
There's a flag.
I think we're going to get a hold block in the back on 76. Looked like he kind of.
So holding penalty against the Patriots. We talk about that big offensive line, and they get the bad press with the holding penalty right after that.
I just actually so happened to be watching him that entire play, and he had not for sure exactly which Rebel it was, but he had gotten on the inside, and he kind of pancake blocked him from behind and kind of threw his arms up to try and get away with it. But
football back to the 27. It's 1st and 17 for the Patriots. Goldsberry will fake the handoff, rolls near side, sets, fakes, now rolls back far side, has running room, cuts up the middle, back to the outside 20, out to the outside 15, 10, 5, and he will step into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. That was Jet Goldsberry doing it absolutely all on his own when he didn't see the pass play set up the way he wanted to.
Yeah, Jet has, and I'm sure he's learned this, but he's got an innate ability to understand where the defenders are, and I think he felt that. He wasn't finding anybody open, but he could feel that whole defense floating over there. And when he reversed course, there were only 2 guys over there on the entire field that even had a possible chance, and he outran them both.
Snap back to Ruxer is good. Payne puts the kick up and through, and with 8:11 to go in this first half on the RG Mechanical scoreboard, it's now Heritage Hills 35, South Spencer nothing. We'll keep it right here. I want to talk more about that. Jet had a couple of options there. He could have cut that very wide outside his outside most blocker, his left tackle, Trenton Collins. He could have gone wide around that and probably still had a chance to get to the end zone. But he trusted his speed and athletic ability and knew that if he cut inside of that, he could then go immediately back out to the outside and beat everybody to the corner. That's what he did, and I think he even got a good block inside that kept anybody from peeling back to him, and he was just absolutely by himself.
Yeah, that has been his modus operandi, is taking that inside lane. And sometimes I'm like, go outside, go outside, go outside. But then he goes inside and then goes back outside real fast. And I'm like, okay, Jet, do whatever you want.
Yeah,
it's going to be a 90-yard touchdown. But
what you really don't want to see is to cut inside and then cut back again. That double or triple cutback is what always makes you nervous with a quarterback, in my opinion. I'm speaking for me.
Early on, Jet made too many cuts. But he, like you said, he started trusting his strength and his speed and his ability to take on unbalanced tacklers, I guess, because they're having a hard time keeping up with him anyway. And if he just runs like right by them, takes some hit, takes some contact, he's learned to do that.
7th kickoff of the night of this first half coming up for Carter Payne as he's getting some work in for that right leg tonight. 6 PATs and now his 7th kickoff. And he is 7 for 7 for putting it in the end zone, although I don't know. He might have put that one out of the end zone.
I think he did.
So, but it counts as a touchback, obviously. South Spencer will again start at their own 20. 8:11 to go in this first half. It has literally been all Heritage Hills. This young Rebel squad has not managed a first down just yet. We thought this last series the Rebels were going to go for a 4th and 3 in their own territory, but they called a timeout and then thought better of it and punted it away. And we'll see what the Rebels can get done in this possession. And it sounds weird to say, but down 35-0 and without a first down, I'm not sure I'd say this Rebel offense has played that poorly. I think they've done some nice things out there against a really outstanding football team. Miller will roll to the outside. He wants to throw on first down, fires at far side. It's incomplete. It's a long throw to make on the run to his own sideline. He kind of threw that behind his intended receiver who tried to come back for a diving attempt. It would have been a very minimal gain for JT Neighbors, I believe, but he could not make the catch. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was one of J6's worst throws of the night, I would say. But back to what you were saying, aside from some penalties here and there and just kind of struggling to move the ball, it hasn't been, all in all, too poor of a night. Again, this Patriot defense is just that good.
2 wide receivers go to the far side, 1 to the near. I think Miller was just worried about throwing that ball where it could be picked off, that last throw, and I don't blame him for that on that long sideline throw. Little draw to Lance, trying to bounce out to the near side, gets popped hard, spun around and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain at the 20. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Good news of another 3rd and long is you're going to get your sophomore quarterback some opportunities to try and, make some plays in some tough 3rd down situations.
That's a nice spin there, Caleb. Good news, you get a chance to give your
have a career in sales.
Trips to the far side, 1 man to the near. Low snap, Miller pulls it out of there, fires the in route. Really nice hands to catch a ball behind himself for Tate Schulte. He is shy of a first down by 2 yards at the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 2. But that play had disaster written all over it on a low snap. Miller pulled it off the turf and had to quickly try to find Schulte on that Very quick cut in on the near side, and Schulte went behind himself to make the catch.
Yeah, that one just spin out in front of Schulte a little bit. I think he easily gets the first and then some. But really just a great job to at least secure that. And
yeah, he sort of three-quartered that one in there between 3 or 4 defenders. And, yeah, that was a fantastic play just to get it to his receiver.
And Sal Spencer took the time out here just before the end of the play clock with 6:35 to go in this first half. Rebels want to go for it. It's actually only about 1.5 yards, but it is 35-0 Patriots on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll come back for this fourth down play after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Winkler Wholesale is a family-owned business located in Spencer County and has been operating since 1911. Winkler Wholesale is the perfect size for freight distribution, large enough to buy truckloads, yet small enough to deliver personal service and customizable programs. Winkler's also operates 2 distribution centers in Dale, Indiana, where they offer services such as food-grade storage, supply chain management, refrigerated and frozen storage, as well as fulfillment center services consisting of warehousing both cold and dry. Winkler's is a proud supporter of local area athletes.
Steve Kolb, Michael Cruz, and Kaleb Knepp back in the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. Fourth and about 1.5 yards for the Rebels. They will go for it, looking for their first down of this ball game. Pistol backfield. Schulte, the wide receiver, to the near side. 3 men wide to the far, the wide side of the field. And Miller will set up and fire far side. That ball is caught, but unable to pick up the first down was the receiver on the play.
Tice Winchell right there.
That was actually Schulte over on that far side making the catch, but could not turn it up. He caught it right about the line of scrimmage at the 29 and could not turn it upfield as Winchell hit him and put him to the deck, and the Rebels turn it over on downs. But Kaleb, hard to blame Coach Neighbors for that, trying to get something positive going for his offense, and just a better play by the Patriot defense.
yeah, that's been the story of the night so far. Rebels beating themselves in some ways with some penalties here and there, but it's really just Heritage Hills outplaying them.
Back to pass Goldsberry on 1st and 10 from the Rebel 29. Pass near side, Ruxer in between bracketed coverage makes the catch and powers his way up inside the 15-yard line. Schulte, one of the guys on the tackle for the Rebels. And Bladen Neese the other, but it is a first down for Ruxer on the completion with Goldsberry. First down at the 13-yard line for the Patriots.
They're just giving him a huge cushion over there, and Tyler's just pulling it up and, getting that 12, 13-yard gain.
Pistol backfield again, 2 wide to the near, 1 to the far. The give is up the middle to Winchell, and he just bursts near side. Flags fly to start this one, though. But, man, Tice Winchell was shot out of a cannon on that one as he burst near side, but a procedure penalty on the Patriots will back him up. It'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty with 6:04 to go in the half.
Yeah, so, we didn't see Tice a whole lot last year because he was injured probably 3/4 of the year,
right.
or most of the year, and then he came in, did finally field a punt and return it, and a lot of expectations from him, obviously, because of his father,
Yeah.
And but living up to that, he's got just a few carries here and a touchdown and 31 yards.
Goldsberry to throw on 1st and 15. Fires far side. Palmer again breaks the tackle. Asa turns it up, and he'll dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Asa Palmer getting his name out there.
18-yard touchdown pass, the first touchdown pass of the night and season for the Patriots.
Just a sophomore.
Not a big guy, 5'7", 150 pounds, but with a couple of guys out because they haven't gotten enough practices in yet, and Peyton Gray and Micah Toller, Palmer getting an opportunity and coming through. The kick is good for Payne. And with 5:46 to go in this first half, it is Heritage Hills 42, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Asa Palmer with the 18-yard touchdown catch from Jet Goldsberry. Short pass, only a yard or two down the field on the wide side of the field, but he turned it up and just outran everybody, made a good cut or two, and found pay dirt for the 18-yard touchdown reception. 42-0 Patriots on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. Payne again to kick it away. Going for 8 for 8, and he does land this one about 8 yards deep in the end zone. He has said everything into or out of the end zone on his kickoffs today. The Rebels again to start from their own 20-yard line. Still looking for their first down. They were just inches away that last possession as Tice Winchell made a great tackle on Tate Schulte, keeping him shy of the first down marker on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
And if I would have told you before the game that Jacek Miller was 6 for 10 throwing the ball in the first half, you probably would have thought they had a few first downs, but they've gotten behind the sticks a few times and just haven't been able to move the chains yet, but showing some positive signs.
4 wide, 2 to each side out of the pistol. Miller looks over the defense, takes the snap, stands and fires far side, and that ball is that caught or intercepted?
I think he caught it.
I think it's picked
he
off.
intercepted
it was intercepted, yeah.
Was that Asa? Yeah, Asa.
Asa Palmer on the interception. Miller had 2 defenders, or 2 receivers, I should say, both run curl routes, short curl routes on that far side. He threw to the outside receiver, and Palmer was there to make the pitch, the pick, I should say. So Asa Palmer taking advantage of his opportunities today. With a couple of absences, he has stepped up. 1st and 10 for the Patriots yet again. With 5:40 to go in this first half. 1st and 10 from the Rebel 17. No, that's not right either. The Rebel 26. Goldsberry rolls to the near side to throw. Has all kinds of time. Floats one to the end zone, and it's almost caught. Ruxer and Schulte out there one-on-one, 4 yards deep in the end zone, and Ruxer couldn't pull it down. Thought maybe he gave Schulte a little bit of a hand in the back to give himself some room there, and couldn't come up with that one. It's 2nd and 10.
It really did look like Tate was going to have a good play on that ball, just over his outstretched arms.
So Patriots reset for 2nd and 10, 2 wide to the far, 1 to the near. That pistol backfield again, and Goldsberry to throw. Sets up, rolls now to the near side, fires it out here and overthrows his intended receiver. That was Ruxer yet again. Around the 15-yard line. You know it's a high pass when you overthrow Tyler. He's 6'4". But that one over his outstretched hands. It's 3rd down and 10. And that one definitely did on Jet. That one floated on him when he released it. Not the pass he wanted to make there.
Yeah, I mean, this team's got to get, these guys, as good as they are, it's still a new bunch of guys and a new feel, and they'll get used to it again.
Pledger in there is the running back on 3rd down and 10, 2 wide to each side. Winchell, the slot back on the near side, along with Ruxer. High snap. Goldsberry taps it to himself, takes off up the middle, breaking tackle, spins it to the outside, still going, and he's going to go untouched, not untouched, but he'll go into the end zone for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
We've seen him do it 100 times, and I'm almost not joking about 100. It's probably been that many times where he just gets loose. when you think there's no way he's going to.
I hate to throw comparisons around, and they're built very differently, but when he just makes those cuts and spins, he just looks like, Lamar Jackson out there running around, believe it or not.
Payne's kick is good, and with 5:18 to go in this first half, it is now Heritage Hills 49, and South Spencer nothing. Will keep it right here. That was a high snap in shotgun and pistol. Goldsberry leaped, tapped it up in the air to himself, came down with it, immediately decided he was going to tuck it and run, try to get whatever he could out of that play. Went off right guard, found running room, got hit around what would have been a first down marker, spun out of that tackle, hit a second time and got out of that as he got out to the far side left and out into open space where he cruised into the end zone. Just an unbelievable play by himself for Jet Goldsberry on what was very honestly a broken play for the Patriots.
Yeah, but he knows where the ball is supposed to go, and he knows what the blocking pattern is. So if he can get to that hole, even though he's not giving it to the guy, he knows he's got the blocking, but he's also just got the individual talent to make guys miss.
I think he changes direction as easily as anyone I've ever seen at the high school level. He can stop on a dime and just cut outside so easily.
4 rushing touchdowns in the first half for Jet Goldsberry, 1 passing touchdown. Payne to kick it away again, line drive effort, but easily into the end zone, 7 yards deep over on that far sideline.
Flag. Late flag.
Okay, so we'll sort that out with 5:18 to go in this first half. We are well over the margin for instituting a running clock in the second half, by the way. That's a lead of 35 or more at any point in the second half. Brings in the running clock, and we're up at 49-0 here late in the first half as the officials talk things over. There's a hold against the Rebels. So that'll back South Spencer up deeper into their own territory, likely to be 1st and 10 from their own 10. That is exactly what it will be after the holding penalty. Rebels with 2 wide receivers set to the near side. Logan Neighbors the slot more of those. The give is to Trey Lance. And trying to find some running room. Broke 1 tackle, but just got back to the line of scrimmage at the 10. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Trey on that one.
And Zach Downs ended up shaking up after that play.
I think he might have actually been the ball carrier on that.
Downs, yeah. He gets up, jogs off under his own power. He's another guy that played quite a bit as a freshman last year. 5'10", 195-pound sophomore. Well-built young man, but he jogs off limping a little bit, favoring that right leg a little bit. So Rebel trainer Sherry Oots will look at him on the sideline before the second down play. Yeah, Downs and Lance built very similarly, so they're sometimes hard to tell apart. One's 21 and the other's 23. 3 wide receivers split to the far side. Out of the pistol, this is Miller. Rolls to the far side, has some time, fires a bullet on the run and incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver.
Asa Palmer on the coverage there.
Palmer finished the tackle nicely. He didn't know that the ball went through the receiver's hands, so he drove him backwards into the ground. But it's 3rd and 10 after the incomplete pass. A little high for Miller. He threw a fastball, but it was a high fastball that time, and the receiver couldn't pull it in. 3rd down and 10. Might have been Bladen Neese over there on that side. I'm not sure. One wide receiver to the near side. Two to the far. Got an extra H back in there. The give is up the middle. This is Downs. And he'll get positive yardage out across the 10, but only out to the 12-yard line before he takes a big pop and then is driven well backwards. It's 4th and long for the Rebels, and they will have to punt yet again.
Hayden Smith was waiting there for him.
Yeah, Hayden laid the lumber on that one. He came up from that middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, Hayden is an enormous middle linebacker at 265. That's
just 5'9". Young man's kind of built like a bowling ball out there.
But adjusting well. He's had a pretty good game. I think you're going to see him get better and better.
So Miller back inside, right at the goal line, takes a high snap, runs to his right and gets a high punt away. Taken there on a fair catch by Tice Winchell at the Rebel 40-yard line. But under some pressure, that was not a bad punt from Miller. But punting from your own end zone, there's not a lot of positives that can come from it, because you get a nice punt away, you're still giving up great field position to the opposition. 3:39 to go in this first half. Patriots just shy of half 100 in this first half on the scoreboard. 49-0. Patriots with two wide to the near, two to the far. Out of the shotgun, Goldsberry wants to throw. Fires out of the backfield, caught by Winchell. 40, cuts back inside 35, gets hit hard, but drives his way up to the 32-yard line. About an 8-yard pickup on the play for Tice Winchell. Second down coming up. And another Rebel slow to get up after the tackle. Rex Jaggers, 6'4", 200-pound sophomore lineman, helping out on that tackle.
16 passes for the Patriots today. That's a lot of passes. Heritage Hill's working on that passing game early.
Second down and 2 for Heritage Hills as we move under 3 minutes to go in the half. Aiden Fisher and Asa Palmer both wide to the far side. Pledger wide to the near side. Now fire far side caught. That is Aiden Fisher making the catch easily for a first down just outside the 20-yard line. Call it the 22. About a 10-yard pass and catch there as Fisher leaps to pull it in. I think Tyler Ruxer getting a breather on this offensive series, at least at the moment.
He's over here.
Oh, I see him now, wide to the near side. I didn't see him a second ago. Trips to the near side. Pledger and I believe maybe Winchell joining him over here. Goldsberry rolls to the near side, bobbled. Palmer could not hang on to it. He was working on finding the handle on that thing for about 4 steps and then took a hit and could not hang on. It's second down and 10. And the danger is the longer you play patty cake with it up in the air, the more chance there is a defender taking it out of your hands for an interception.
Yeah, he almost had it, but he just couldn't quite come down.
Second and 10. Clock stops with 2:28 to go in the half. From the Rebel 22. Goldsberry to throw again. Fires to the near sideline. Overshoots Dalton Pledger at around the 12-yard line. Incomplete. It'll be third down and about 10. And this has been the down in yardage where Jet Goldsberry has taken a busted play and turned it into a touchdown a couple of times.
They might just be doing the old fake bad snap play. That, that's gone for probably 80 yards today.
It has.
And 2 touchdowns.
Ruxer and Pledger split wide to the near side. Palmer and Fisher to the far side. Pistol backfield. That is Winchell at the running back. And back to pass. Goldsberry fires down the middle, and it's incomplete. He threw it behind. And Aiden Fisher is intended receiver inside the 5-yard line. And Aiden couldn't pull it in. Defender coming into the area. It's 4th and 10.
Let's see if Carter Payne will come out and try to hit a long field goal here.
He will come out tee in hand with 2:18 to go in this first half. 4th and 10 from the 22 or 23-yard line. Carter will put the tee down at the 30-yard line. This will be a 40-yard attempt. He didn't try anything nearly this long last year, although he has the leg for it for sure. 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Snap back is perfect. Kick is up. Plenty of distance. Way long distance, and it is good.
Holy cow, he could have hit that from 55. Maybe 68. Is that the new NFL record?
Right, yeah. No, he hammered that through Payne. 40-yard field goal for Carter Payne. He is 1 for 1 there. And with 2:17 to go in the half, Heritage Hills adds to its lead. Patriots 52. Rebels nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard here in the annual Spencer County War. It has been a very one-sided war, as we kind of figured it might be. We'll keep it right here. Halftime report comes up next here at 103.3 The Fix Sports, so stay tuned for that. Payne 8 for 8, I think. 1, 2, 3. 9 for 9 on touchbacks. He'll try to make it 10 for 10.
I'm not kidding. I think he could have. I think that was a 55-yard field goal.
I agree. It was through by a lot.
Well, it was when it went through the goalpost, it was probably at least 10 feet above it.
Line drive effort. He won't get the touch. Well, he will too. It'll bounce and get by everybody and go in the end zone for the touchback. It wasn't what Payne probably wanted to do, but he'll get the touchback out of it.
I thought they were going to throw a flag, but I think it was some kid's SpongeBob flip-flop in the end zone there that flew up in the air.
1st and 10 for the Rebels from the 20-yard line with 2:14 to go in the first half, as we join you from the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth high above the jungle, Patriot Field. The defending 3A state champions, not defending, reigning, because they can't defend the 3A title this year. They're in 4A. The reigning 3A champions are having their way with their county rivals in this opener. This young Rebel team will bring the offense back out on the field.
We'll have to hurry. 7 seconds on the clock.
Yep. Miller lines him up in the pistol. Low snap. He'll fake the handoff, spin and roll far side. Fires under pressure. Incomplete. Patriots were coming after him that time. Miller, a good job to get that pass away and live to fight another day. 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 2:09 to go in the half. First game for both of these offenses, and we've seen some snaps that have been a little offline, some low from the Rebels, a couple high from the Patriots, and that's when you get into live action for one of the first times, that seems to be what happens with the centers. They get a little, their attention gets diverted a little bit from actually completing the snap. On 2nd and 10, Miller will give it to his running back going right, and he just runs into a big mass of humanity over there with Rebels trying to block Patriots, and I think that was Lance again, but lost 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd down and 13. 1:50 to go in the half. Miller brings the play back into his huddle. Rebels may not be able to get this play off. They won't be able to. They'll have to use their final timeout of the half because they broke the huddle with about 12 seconds on the play clock, and then guys couldn't figure out on which side they were supposed to line up. 1:21 to go in the half. 52-0 Heritage Hills on top of South Spencer. We're back to the jungle after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Let's just go a 30.
I'm ready for 103.3 Jolly FM season, so we can't remember what to say. Well, as soon as you get used to it. You're right back to
yeah. Minute 21 to go in this first half. South Spencer had to use their final timeout of the half up against a 3rd and 13. They'll line up with 3 wide receivers to this near side, 1 to the far, pistol backfield. I believe that's Lance behind the quarterback, Jasek Miller. Jasek awaits the snap. Takes it and will give it to Lance up the middle. Patriot comes around from behind and latches onto him immediately and drags him down around that line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 4th and 13 for the Rebels. South Spencer will let this play clock run down as far as they can, I believe, before punting this away.
The soccer or the rugby style punt has forced the Patriots to actually now they're doing it differently this time. So Ruxer is actually going to come back to return, which is normally how the Patriots like to do that. But if they send a guy out, then he's going to have to come up and guard him, which they didn't.
Miller back at around his own 5, gets a punt away and a deep punt far side. Distance-wise, one of his best, but it goes out of bounds, and we'll see where the officials say it went out. 27.7 seconds to go in the half, and that's at the 46-yard line of South Spencer where that punt went out of bounds.
Yeah, he boomed that ball. That was a great punt. It looked like he hurt himself a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe he made contact with the Patriot rushing the punt there. Hopefully nothing major.
27.7 seconds to go in the half. Patriot offense has a few seconds to work with here. We'll see what they want to do. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far. And rolling to the near side is Goldsberry. Fires on the run. Ruxer the catch at the 40. Coming back to the middle of the field. Breaking tackles. Finally stood up at the 31 and driven backward there. He never did go to the ground, but the play was blown dead. He wanted to turn and run back toward the end zone after breaking those tackles, but the play was already blown dead. First down, so the clock stops with 17 seconds to go. Patriots right back over the football. Clock runs again. Goldsberry will take a high snap. He wants to throw, has all day. Fires deep ball to the end zone far side.
Yeah.
And that is incomplete, but that should be a pass interference flag. But Aiden Fisher, the intended receiver, wanting to come back to that ball, but the defender would not let him, and no flag flies. Clock stops with 3.2 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I think that one might have stayed in the official's pocket due to the score, but I don't know if I've ever seen a more textbook pass interference than that one.
Yeah, look, they're gonna go Carter Payne.
Wow. Put the tee down at the 38. It is a 48-yard field goal attempt on 3rd down for the Patriots. Snaps a little high. Carter's kick is way wide to the left. Well, the snap was high. The timing was a little off. And Payne, trying to muscle into that one, ended up hooking it wide left. So we have come to halftime here at the Jungle in Lincoln City. On the RG Mechanical scoreboard here at the break, it is Heritage Hills 52, South Spencer nothing. All Patriots in the annual Spencer County War. We'll come back. The post-game report starts next on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today, and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
52-0 here at halftime. All Heritage Hills over South Spencer at the break at the Jungle in Lincoln City. And looking at the early season schedule for these two teams, South Spencer will get back to hopefully being more competitive next week, they will welcome in another 3A team for their home opener, the Edgewood Mustangs. Now, Edgewood is not a traditionally strong program in 3A. Heritage Hills met them one time in the playoffs more than 10 years ago up in Ellettsville, just northwest of Bloomington. They'll make the drive down I-69 and US 231 to Rio for that game next week, so chance for the Rebels to be much more competitive. Heritage Hills back home for the second straight week next week. They'll welcome in Owensboro Apollo, and 10, 15 years ago, that would have been a game to be very excited about. I just don't know about this Apollo team and whether that's a program right now that's going to be able to compete well with Heritage Hills. Maybe they will be, and I kind of certainly hope they will be. But right now, we just don't know whether that Apollo program is going to be, what kind of shape they'll be in, Michael.
Well, the wife back home is Apollo grad, and she graduated Apollo in 1982, and she says they're just not very good at football. They're just not very good at football. But I think she's just sort of lowering expectations at this point. I'm not really sure how to read that, but I think she thinks that the Patriots are going to have their way with the Apollo Eagles. But they are a 4A school, and we looked that up, and because I was challenging her, and it turns out that they're about twice the enrollment as Heritage.
Yeah, I knew they were a big school, and that's a school that has churned out, including your wife.
Yeah.
Tons of high-level Division I talent in numerous sports over the years.
Yes.
You're talking about
Rex
Chapman and
the coach at Virginia. I can't think of his
right.
name.
Yes. Yeah.
Michael Waltrip.
Yeah. NASCAR
Wilkerson. Wilkerson, the baseball player.
Yes. Yeah. Brady Wilkerson. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about some amazing athletes that have come out of Owensboro Apollo, and they'll make the trip up here. I know it'll be the first time the Patriots and the Eagles have ever met on the gridiron. That'll be next Friday here at the Jungle.
Kathleen claims she let Michael Waltrip copy off of her in chemistry class. I don't know if that's true or just her bragging again. But
So we are about set to start the second half of play here with the Patriots on top 52-0, and we'll see how long Coach Todd Wilkerson leaves his starters in there in this one.
Jeff somebody, I can't remember his name. Jeff, that coached at Virginia and played at, let's see if she knows.
South Spencer, I think, will kick it away to start the second half. Rebels got the football to start the game, so Heritage Hills will have the football first here in this second half. So a reminder, we're in the Jasper Garage Doors Broadcast Center Home Improvement Project. New garage doors, maybe an update for that curb appeal. Contact Jasper Garage Doors at 481-8282, 812-481-8282. See what they can do for you for your next home improvement project. So Asa Palmer and Andrew James back deep, along with one other guy over there. That'd be Jackson Smith, sophomore, maybe back there on the far side at the 10-yard line. For South Spencer, Jackson Selby, the place kicker. We have not had an opportunity to call his name just yet because he hasn't had an opportunity to put foot to football until now. Toe to football, I guess is a better way to say it. He'll take a 10-yard run up, drive one down the middle of the field. It'll come down, take a hop, and picked up by Smith at the 15. Cuts to the far side, 20, 25, 30, and finally gang tackled down around the 35-yard line.
Jackson Smith, I think maybe the youngest boy in that family. I may be wrong about that, but we've had all the Smiths go through, and they've been fantastic athletes for us, the boys and the girls, and maybe the last boy to go through.
It is, of course, a running clock here in the second half. So it is running already, more than 30 seconds gone in this second half. Patriots first and 10 from their own 35. And, of course, second string offense in there right now. Tice Winchell will take the snap at quarterback and hand it off. And we'll see. Andrew James, I think, picks up 4 yards out to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Andrew James, Carson Pund, guys I thought would get an opportunity to be a big part of the offense running the football this year.
Carson Pund's hurt.
Okay, so that's why he's not out there right now.
He's not dressed tonight.
2 wide to the near side, 2 to the far. Winchell at quarterback. Will offset pistol. He'll go back to pass. Fires near side. That's caught. And slung down to the ground is Aiden Fisher. Shy of the first down, but positive yardage out to the 42. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Patriots. $52-0 Heritage Hills in the annual Spencer County Wars. We're underway in the second half with a running clock. Matthew Gordon splitting wide to the far side. 1 of 2 split that way. 1 wide to the near with an H-back. Winchell will hand it off to his running back, and that's James picking up a first down. Out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Needed 3 and got about 6 on the play. Pretty good burst for Andrew James there.
Yeah, looked good. How many guys does South Spencer have on their roster?
I think in grades 9 through 12, there were only about 36 or 38.
And Heritage Hills doesn't have a huge number.
No, but they have about the same number, but excluding freshmen. In the top 3 grades, they have that much. Another give from Winchell. It is to Smith again, and kind of an awkward landing at the 50-yard line. He was trying to stretch forward and got dragged to the ground. He appears to be okay coming out of that. 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2.
Smith or James? That was James.
I meant James. I said Smith, didn't I? I meant Andrew James. It's that time of year, and that lasts most of the year, by the way, where you got to figure out what I mean to say and not what I actually say.
I speak Steve Kolb, but I'm not sure everybody does.
Back to pass. Winchell has time, looks, fires far side. That ball is caught. Spinning out of the tackle is Matthew Gordon initially, and then wrapped up again and dropped. But in Rebel territory at the 40-yard line. That's good for a Patriot first down. Good-looking ball there from Winchell as his offensive line gave him all day, Michael.
Yeah, he just stepped back and waited for the guy to make his little cut there and threw it as he turned. And nice catch there. And got a little pickup. Matthew Gordon with good hands.
Matthew goes wide to the far side. 2 men come wide to the near. H-back to the far side in the shotgun. H-back in short motion to the near side. High snap. Handoff. James one more time. Spins inside the 40 down to the 36. Picks up 4. 2nd and 6. This Patriot second unit methodically driving it down the field. As we're underneath 8 minutes to go in this third quarter with the running clock.
Not really, slowing anything down there. Their Patriots aren't really, they're just kind of methodically going, They're not going at any slower pace than normal.
Same formation and back to pass Winchell. Fires out of the backfield. James the catch. Spun around by a defender around the 45, or 35 rather, and dropped up at the 33. Andrew a little slow to get up after that, limping to the sideline as he's shaken up a little bit after that catch and run. Picked up some yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, he's touched the ball 6 out of the 7 plays here, so he's taking a little rest there. I think he's got a cramp.
Drake Navarro, 5'10 sophomore, one of the wide receivers, set to the near side. High snap and a give to a new running back, and first down yardage for Jackson Smith, the 5'6 sophomore. 2 hands over the football, holding it high, Michael, up against those shoulder pads and picking up the first down.
Yeah, picks up about 10 there. That's the little brother of Hayden. And got his brother Alex's number 0.
Right. All the brothers are little brothers compared to Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden is a big young man. None of them especially tall, but good athletes and good football players. 1st and 10 for the Patriots inside the 25. Winchell back to pass, looks far side, fires far side, caught over there around the 15-yard line and wrestled down the receiver over there. Might be Matthew Gordon again.
Yeah. Yeah, the Smiths are wrestlers too.
Right.
Their older sister probably could whoop them all.
No doubt. 7-yard gain for Gordon on that pass reception. As we move under 6 minutes to go, we're well under, about 5.5 minutes to go in this third quarter with a running clock.
She probably wrestles at about 92 pounds, though, so she have a little weight disadvantage against Hayden.
Yeah. 92-pounder wrestling a heavyweight would be a little mismatch. High snap. Winchell will hand it to his running back. Smith again, I believe. Finds running room off the right side. Gets it down inside the 10-yard line. Has the first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Patriots. That was the 10th play of this opening drive for the Patriots here in the second half. And with under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter, it'll be 1st and goal for Heritage Hills.
Always talk about the battle for the extra pork chop, but there's like 7 of them fighting for that, in that family. We always talked about the Wall brothers, who got the extra pork chop. But
Andrew James back in at running back as Jackson Smith gets a breather. 1st and goal. Winchell takes the snap, gives it to James off the left side, pounds through a tackler, carries him inside the 5. Maybe around the 4-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal. So the second unit threatening to not only score but take the entire third quarter clock with them as they do with a running clock.
Yeah, and Tice hasn't even carried the ball. He's just been dishing it. 4 for 4 passing.
And the scary thought for this Patriot offense, there are 2 really good athletic receivers that will rejoin eligibility starting next week. Snap to Winchell, give to James again, and Andrew weaves through traffic and gets into the end zone for the Patriot touchdown. Andrew James's first touchdown of the season.
Carter Payne with a bunch of fantasy points tonight. Going to get another try here at the extra point.
Started him in my lineup. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Aiden Fisher are going to hold this time. Snapback is good. Kick has the distance, and it is good. And with 3:05 to go in this third quarter, it is Heritage Hills 59 and South Spencer nothing. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
You know they sell and install carpet, but Carpet Warehouse also specializes in hard surface floors as well. Vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and tile. Come see the many different options and get a free in-home estimate today at Carpet Warehouse, 650 Woodlawn Drive in Jasper.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
Steve Kolb, Michael Cruz, and Kaleb Knepp back at the Jasper Garage Doors broadcast booth. Heritage Hills second unit scores on the first possession of the second half. Clock stops because of the touchdown and the extra point. 2:49 to go in this third quarter. 59-0 Patriots. And a kickoff coming here. And is that Payne again, or do we have a new kicker? It is Carter Payne still kicking. Two deep backs for the Rebels waiting around their own 5, but they've just watched balls sail over their head for the most part on these kickoffs tonight. Payne will approach. High and end over end and deep. And again, this one is actually returnable from the 2-yard line for the Rebels. Up 10, 15 And up around the 20-yard line before he is dropped. I think that was Bladen Neese maybe on their return. I'm not sure. But the Rebels don't get any better field position out of it than they would have with a touchback. They will start right at the 20-yard line. So Jacek Miller will bring his ball club out.
Bunch of little rascals out there for the Patriots right now. You can tell these are the youngsters. Still some big guys on that front line, though.
Yes, there are. Out of the pistol, Miller awaits the snap, takes it, turns and hands it to Trey Lance, who had to come to a dead stop with the defender right in front of him, tried to make a move and found nowhere to go. He'll lose a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down and 18 coming up.
I believe that's Quentin Chapman.
Oh, Chapman, okay.
And a quarterback now.
Okay, 5'10" sophomore. So football back at the 18 or 17-yard line. Call it 18. 2nd down and 12. Down to 1:12 to go with this running clock in the 3rd quarter. Chapman, the quarterback, in the pistol, takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls near side, fires on the run. That is caught, 20, 25, and pounding his way up to the 29-yard line, I believe was Tate Schulte, but let's see. It was Schulte, just shy of a 1st down. Call it the 28 where the knee went down. It's 3rd down and 2. And unless they lose yardage here, I am all in favor of the Rebels going for it on 4th down if they don't pick up the 1st down on this 3rd down play.
Well, they don't have a whole lot to lose, do they, Steve?
No, absolutely not. One wide receiver comes to the near side, 2 to the far. Extra blocking back in there, and Chapman hands it off to Lance, and he will bulldoze his way up just shy of the 30. Almost got it there. It'll be 4th down and inches for the Rebels. Thought he was going to get it as he put the shoulder pads low and tried to fight forward for the 1st down. But that'll be the final play of this 3rd quarter here at the Jungle in Lincoln City. It's Heritage Hills 59, South Spencer nothing on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back for the 4th after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
Jubilar Toyota is proud to announce that we are the only Toyota dealer in the tri-state to win the Toyota President's Award for 20 years in a row. This coveted award recognizes the highest level of customer satisfaction in sales, service, and management. We thank all of our employees for their 20 years of hard work, and we invite you to enjoy an award-winning experience with us today. Only at Jubilar Toyota, Highway 231 South in Jasper, where customers send their friends for award-winning customer service since 1929.
We go to quarter number 4 here at the Jungle. South Spencer lined up for 4th and inches from their own 29. They will go for it. Snap is to Chapman. He'll hand it to Lance off the left side, and it'll be very close. Side judge on the near side has him at the 30. See where the umpire puts it down.
Boy, it looked like he was going to make it, and then somebody came in there late and just smoked him and knocked him level with that line of.
Nose of the football right on the 30, and it is good for a Rebel 1st down. And that is number 1 on the game, am I right?
I think you're correct. They're just now moving the chains. I thought they were going to measure for a second, but
shouldn't need to when the possession started on the 20. If you can put the nose of the football on the 30, it's got to be a 1st down. Play action, Chapman rolls near side, fires deep near side, and incomplete, just under through his intended receiver. Kind of a layered route near side. Schulte coming across from the far side. Had to go down to the ground to try to get that one. It was just underthrown. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. And those are passes for both Miller in the 1st half and Chapman here in the 2nd half. These guys are sophomores. And I think you'll start to see those passes maybe as they move through this season, but especially in the next 2. Those will start being completed as they gain a little more strength and experience.
Yeah, and both guys throw a pretty nice ball. pretty good velocity on even when they're rolling to the right or their left. We've seen them moving outside the pocket quite a bit tonight.
Man in motion to the near side. He'll get it on a jet sweep handoff. That is Neese. Gets all the way over to the near hash mark and then cuts back to the middle of the field. And a little scrum there in the middle of the field. They finally get Neese to the ground after a gain of about 3 up to the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Yeah, it's worth noting South Spencer High School has a strength and conditioning coach, which they had never had before this year. Former Rebel standout Jalen Taylor has been hired in that position, and that's a big thing for South Spencer to finally have that. Pass far side is incomplete. Little fake handoff and firing a quick screen to the far side over the head of the intended receiver, and best thing that happened there was no defender there to pick it off, because that's a walk-in touchdown if there's a defender behind that play, but there wasn't. 4th down and 7, and I believe maybe a punt. I don't know. Rebels may go for it here as we're down to 9:20 with this running clock in this 4th quarter.
Looks like they will.
They're going to go for it. Chapman will fake the handoff. Rolls near side, looking to throw.
Got a guy.
Fires on the run. That is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That's his veteran, Tate Schulte. Tate upset with himself. He was up at the 47, 48-yard line and spinning to try to move up the field, and he just didn't secure the football, and the Rebels turn it over on downs.
Had one man to beat there. If he'd have made that catch. Greg Navarro was coming up hard, but he could have broken that tackle. It could have been a big play.
So Patriots will take over in Rebel territory. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Tice Winchell running at quarterback again, and we believe, we shall see.
Ooh, I don't think so.
No, is that Connor Kirkman? Did I see 14? No, maybe not. But whistles blow here prior to this play. Kirkman is not the quarterback. He is
Matthew Gordon.
It is Matthew Gordon running at quarterback. Kirkman was in there at the H-back spot. So any of the Kirkman family listening at home, I either really got you excited or gave you a heart attack saying he was the quarterback, and I apologize.
Connor Kirkman's the quarterback. Oh, my God. Connor's the quarterback.
There was a procedure penalty against South Spencer. That was the reason for the whistle. So it's going to be 1st and 5 at the 27-yard line now, out of the pistol. And Gordon will take the snap, and he'll give it to his running back. And spinning up the middle is Jackson Smith inside the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line. Big run for Jackson Smith. Big hole opened up by the 2nd unit offensive line for Heritage Hills. 1st and 10 from the Rebel 13.
And Jackson Smith, just a sophomore, 5'6", 155.
Gordon into the huddle with the play. And the handoff is again to Smith, I believe, and he'll plow his way down to the 5-yard line. That's about an 8-yard pickup on that play. 2nd down and about 2.
Jackson is getting right on the back of his blockers, and he's just kind of hanging on to them and saying, go, 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 go. And then he gets 8 yards out of it.
So 2nd down and 2 from the Rebel 5. I think Aiden Brockman, a junior, was in there at one of the receiver spots last time. Drake Navarro going to split wide to the near side. Another man in the slot to the near side. Pistol backfield again. And Gordon will turn and hand it to Smith one more time, and Jackson nearly untouched. Somebody dove at his ankles as he hit the goal line, but Smith never upended, and Jackson Smith into the end zone for the touchdown.
45 yards on 5 carries so far and a touchdown.
Another extra point coming from Carter Payne. Aiden Fisher, I believe, the holder. Snapback is perfect. Kick has plenty of distance, and it is good. And with 5:10 to go in this one, it is Heritage Hills 66, South Spencer nothing. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
66-0 Heritage Hills. If you are wondering, that would be a new record in this series. 66 would be the most points ever scored in this series by either team, and 66 points would be the... Oh, wait, it would not. I beg your pardon. It would be second most. Heritage Hills, back in 2018, won this game 76-0. So it would be the second largest points scored and winning margin if they can, if this is the, would end up being the final score. 5 minutes to go, 5:06 to be exact. Payne drives another ball deep, 8.5 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback.
I think that was more like 9 yards, Steve.
Oh, all right.
I think it was 8.5. I think it was a clean 9.
So the Rebel offense comes back out.
But, I mean, Caleb's been saying it all night. Heritage Hills was very, very dominant. But they have, South Spencer has had some bright moments, and they have made some mistakes that have hurt them dearly, that prevented them from having at least a couple of decent drives there. So you can see where they've got some potential, and I like their running back, and I like their offensive line. They look pretty solid.
2 wide to the near, 1 to the far. Extra blocker in there in that pistol. Little busted play as the running back went the wrong way, and whether that's Miller or Chapman, I'm not sure, but he was in a bad spot there, and we'll end up losing a couple of yards back to the 18. He turned to the near side to hand off. The running back went to the far side, and busted play.
I think that might have actually been number 6, Jaden Sarver, freshman. I think that's the first we've seen of him tonight.
So Sarver running at quarterback here. Is Coach Neighbors and his staff trying to get all their guys some opportunities here. It is Sarver in there at quarterback. In the pistol, 2 wide to the far side, 1 to the near with an H-back to the near side, and a delay of game penalty coming up here as the Rebels failed to get to the line of scrimmage and get this play off. Clock continues to run down to 3:15 to go.
The officials haven't really taken it too easy on the Rebels, although they did let them have that pass interference in the end zone. But for the most part, they've been pretty hard on them.
Same formation on now second down and about 17. Sarver looking over the defense. Been some really nice athletes with that last name at South Spencer over the years. And the handoff to the running back. And the flag comes in late. Running back knocked down around the 12-yard line for a loss on the play of a yard or two. But the head umpire behind the play throwing this flag. Personal foul against Heritage Hills. Clock continues to run.
Who's that on?
I'm not sure. The South Spencer running back trying to shake that one off. He took a big shot there. So not an automatic first down, and by yardage, it puts the football up to the 27, where it's actually now 3rd down and 3. It was a dead ball, so the play counts. 3rd down and 3. Into the final 2 minutes of this one. Sarver getting his ball club set. Needs to hurry to get the play off.
Didn't do it.
Back judge will blow the whistle for the delay game. The young freshman didn't see the play clock running down, and instead of 3rd and 3, it'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, we've seen that several times tonight across, I think, about all of the Rebel quarterbacks that we've seen. Definitely something that I would say the Rebels will address in practice this coming week is they actually host Edgewood, right?
Yes.
They don't travel to the Red Sea.
No, they'll be at home. 4 wide, 1 man in motion to the near side. Sarver will take the snap, pitch it near side, and his running back will turn up across the 20 and get pounded at the 23, 24-yard line. Jimmy Stratford, I believe, 6 foot, 170-pound freshman. He's the only number in the 40s that I have on the Rebel program, 44. That was him. 35 seconds to go. It's going to be, I think, 4th down and about 7 for the Rebels. And they'll keep the offense out there. Why not? Give them one more play on what very well could be the final play of the game. 3 wide receivers go to the far side. Rebels will have to hurry to get it off to beat the play clock. Sarver will ask for the snap. Fake the handoff. Roll far side. Gets hit. Swung around. Broke that tackle. Chased far side. Throws it ahead, and it's incomplete. He did a great job to avoid a sack back inside his own 5-yard line. It was not even an overhand pass. He just shoveled it forward to an eligible receiver at his feet for the incomplete pass to end the ball game. So 2 touchdowns in the second half for the Patriots second unit, and this one ends Heritage Hills 66, South Spencer nothing in the annual Spencer County War. On the RG Mechanical scoreboard, Patriots start 1-0, Rebels start 0-1. The post-game report, the Rainey Funeral Home of Dale post-game report comes up next on 103.3 The Fix Sports.
The preceding was a special presentation by 18 WJTS TV. High school football on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Eubelor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Just Whimsy, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.